around it is 8:30. I think it's a little bit past or whatever, but my stuff always does this thing or whatever. I usually start a couple minutes early, but for some reason it does this little thing or whatever. But anyway, hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls. How are you? Fine, I hope. I've been working on some new stuff. And I'm already I know exactly who this is. Good morning, Mr. Dady. Good morning, Miss Smith. How are you guys? I'm absolutely happy and elated to see you guys. I just wanted to let you know that. Hold please. Okay, so Facebook is simplifying settings. Your main profile can no longer have public views. I guess yeah, stay on professional mode. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't. I have not been on Facebook in quite some time. Well, I was on it yesterday, but you know what I'm talking about. Stop playing. Yeah. How are you guys though? Hey, Jerry's there. What's going on, kind sir? What? That can't be accurate. My thing says I have almost 5,000 followers. I'm pretty sure that's not accurate. I'm pretty sure of that. Anyhow, how are you guys, man? How are you guys doing? I've missed you guys. I'm absolutely happy. Hey, Jer Bear, what happened to you guys yesterday, man? I was looking for you. I kind of figured you guys had something going on. All that good stuff. I don't know. Hmm. Yep, I don't know. Anyway. So chilling, eating dinner. Is that what happened to you guys yesterday? Like what happened? I think we were kind of on a roll, man. It was kind of the Fearless and Yachty show yesterday a little bit. We were saying goodbye to everybody and stuff. I didn't see you guys. I was kind of hoping that everything worked itself out and everything was okay. Caramelized carrots. That's I'm not really a fan of that. I love carrots, Christopher, but not necessarily caramelized though, brother. Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. Okay, Jerry Bear. Jerry, you have every right to do so, man. Man, you've been rocking with me since we started this thing, and I very much appreciate you, kind sir. Thank you so much. Again, thank you, man. You and your wife have been kind of have been down, so I appreciate that. Hey, what's going on, Miss Renita? How you doing, dear? Hey, man, you were on for a little bit. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the sacrifice because here's the thing, man. You guys got kids. You guys have a whole wife and family and all that stuff, and you guys still show up to show love, man. And I appreciate that very much. So I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Look at this little thing I bought. I got this from this place called Barnes and Nobles. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a bookstore, and apparently you just kind of twist it and do your own little thing with it and all that good stuff. And look at that. I don't know. So just in case you guys got kids or something like that who like to kind of move things around or whatever, it's kind of cool. I like it. Whatever. I'm a big kid when it comes to stuff like that. I love. You know what I did today? I read. That's what I was going to say. I love to read, and which you guys already know that. Um, I started reading this book here, Michael Vey, The Prisoner of Cell 25. I'm going to have to actually go back and read a little bit more, read it again because I was on my couch and I just dozed off. I just fell asleep. Hey, listen, it's Saturday, man. Come on. It's Saturday, y'all. I was tired. Uh huh. Between walking around with Miss Anya and going shopping and paying bills and doing this, I'm telling y'all. But you know what? 15 days though. 15, 15 days. Where we at? Let's pull our stuff up. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Hold on. Okay. Let's pull it up. Okay. Okay. Oh, Rebecca, what's going on? She said I read 2 chapters of. Hey, what's up? My little brother's here. How's it going, man? Um, I read 2 chapters of a new book. What are you reading? Finished the last book last night. What book did you finish reading? What book are you reading now? The book I finished reading was The Bible Says So. It's kind of like a bunch of dispels a bunch of myths that people have about the Bible. Like, well, the Bible says so. And it's like, well, that's actually not all it said or whatever, but it's also, I'm sure, my guy. I'm sure. I'm sure, little brother. What book are you reading now? I'm reading again, like I said, a fictional. I had to take my mind off of get my mind off of theology and philosophy and business, and I grabbed myself. This is a young adult book or whatever. I love reading these things. They're fast paced. You can fly right through it. Oh my gosh, love it, love it, love it, love it. Like love it, Texas. Like love it, Texas. So anyway, yeah, man. So okay, I just forgot the name of it. I just returned it back to the library. The one I'm reading now is called The Woman in Cabin 10. Okay. Never heard of that one. All right. Well, yeah, let me know what the one you read before that was. Because sometimes if you guys are reading something, I'll go grab it too. Or whatever. I kind of like doing that sometimes. So I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, let's do our round of applause right quick, ladies and gents, because well, listen, we don't need a reason, but we still gonna do it. Today is day 85, ladies and gentlemen. Today is day 85. Clap, clap, clap. Today is day 85. Now we've been doing this for 85 days. A lot has happened in that 85 days. But we're still here. We're clapping because this is our day 85. We're clapping not only for myself, we're clapping for you for showing up. And here's the thing I can always say to you. If you don't clap for you, nobody else will. So if you're giving people permission, you clap for you. Okay? All right, so I think we're good on that one. There it is. For the day 100, we should get foam fingers and give you a big there. You know what? That works too, Christopher. He said something about getting foam hands and doing a big clap type thing or whatever. But I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Which one? Which one are we doing? Okay, so here's the thing that we kind of switching things up a little bit. My name is Fearless Cummings. I am a certified life coach and philosopher and consigliere and all that good stuff or whatever. So here's the thing: if you are easily offended, and I might offend you, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I probably will. My fault. Sorry. Right? I'm saying it now before we even go into anything else. My fault if I do. It's not necessarily my intention, but if you have thick skin, if you have thin skin, this is probably not for you anyway. Okay. Here we kind of go deep in our conversations. As a life coach, we talk about our dreams, goals, aspirations, and problems. My job is to supply you with some tools, techniques, and strategies for those dreams, aspirations, and goals and problems, right? And that's kind of what I do. And I'm telling you now, you're entering a learning zone, or I should say a relearning zone. Relearning. Because a lot of this, we have to relearn what we've already been doing. Okay. And if you're willing to take some accountability, responsibility, and ownership, man, pull up a chair. But if you're not, there's over 100 million other channels you can go to. Be my guest. But if you want some real shit, this is it. Just saying. All right, this is day 85. Like we just said, thank you guys so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Miss Renita. Thank you, Rebecca. Today, we are going to talk about. Um, Actually, I'm going to go here first, and then I'll go back. Oh, well, actually, I'll even go here. That even better. This is our sixth step in the hero's journey. We've talked about this before. We've actually talked about this particular thing two other times because I love talking about it. I love the hero's journey because it's a whole entire roadmap of where we are, right? And you can see it in real time. So if you need to change some shit up, if you are ignoring that call to action, if you have that mentor, which is that person, place, or thing, it's a noun. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be one person or one person at one particular time. If you're just now meeting me, I might be the mentor that you need for this particular precipice of your journey. And then somebody else or something else will take over from there. Okay. We just talked yesterday about crossing the threshold, which is a more of an inner conflict that we have about moving forward. That is, I'm talking about our friends, some I would say friends, some family, strangers, situations, circumstances that we find ourselves in that we refuse to move forward, that we refuse to take that extra step, right? And right here today, we're talking about tests, allies, and enemies. This is what happens after you take that first step, right? After you cross that threshold, this is what you're stepping into. And I think that it's so important to understand why we're stepping into and what we're stepping into before you do. So, like I said, I mean, everything that I do is more about coaching and training and a lot of Q&A type stuff. So please reach out, I get a bunch of different questions on stuff. People will DM me constantly on all kinds of stuff that we talk about. I would love for you guys to show up here though, so then we can share with the whole entire group. But there's some things that some people are like, nah, I'm kind of good on that. Can we just talk about it, away from everybody else, which is fine too. I'm cool with that as well. Okay. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of what our thing is. Um, so a fun fact. See, you guys usually think that we do all this before. Told you I'm just kind of switching it up a little bit. Um, Tests don't measure what you know. They usually reveal what you ignore or what you just don't in general. So if you think about that, that basically means that most failures or errors. Let me hold on. Sorry about that. Apparently, someone somewhere didn't like to think of animals as things. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, you know what? You were right about that. Someone, somewhere did not include animals. Miss Rebecca, you are very much right about that. When we talk about nouns, they are person, places, things, and animals as well. Is that okay, Rebecca? I'm just saying you're very much right about that. You are right. And matter of fact, how about this? Hold on, and oops. All right, so I'll say, hold on. Is that okay? Because I think you're right. You're very much right about that. So I will put that in there too. Good. Is that cool? All right. So yeah. See, mess me up over here. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. I think that most of us don't necessarily consider. Um, I don't think that most of us think that you can learn much from animals. But if you when you really think about that, I do agree with that because if you study, like I had an ant farm actually for actually about a couple years, and I learned more from ants than because we're more like them than they're like us because they've been there longer than us. So I 100% agree with you there. Thank you for calling that out. So most errors are because you didn't try hard enough. Because I think a lot of us kind of think that, well, I didn't do this or I didn't do that or there's something in there I didn't finish it, whatever. I don't know. Um, yes, I love having an inform. I loved it. Um, they happen because you skipped a lesson that you were supposed to learn earlier. And if you notice, with everything that we do for the most part, it's all lesson based. I mean, it's coaching, but a lot of what we do is it's where you can learn something. You can extract this and go try it. Trial and error that shit. If it works, great. If it doesn't come back, we'll figure out what works for you. Because what works for me, it's not going to work for you. Okay? These things are not necessarily universal. Right? That's why I said before that the coaching itself is when you ask questions, and that's what makes it a coachable moment. Because then I can actually structure this to work directly for you. Okay. Whatever, if Renita needs something, that's going to be totally different than what Jerry's going to need. What Jerry needs might be totally different than Jennifer, going back to Rebecca, Yachty, everybody else, whatever, Chris, Anya. The way that I talk to Chris is surely not the same way I talk to Anya, and vice versa, right? The way I talk to Jessica is nowhere near how I talk to everybody else, and vice versa. You see what I mean? So I mean, yeah, yeah, 100%. I love that. All right, so please go grab yourself a pen and pad because you are about to step into the learning zone. I want you guys to think about that song. Dun, 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 dun. What is that? Strong desire. Rocky, right? Bam. That Rocky moment. This is that shit when we're about to start learning some stuff. Okay? You about to learn some stuff. You about to get your learn on. All right. Everything that we talk about is repetitive. So I'm just saying, just putting it out there. And here's the thing: at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to help. Take the help or not, that's on you. I'm still gonna keep doing what I do because that is my job. Good evening, Ms. Yachty. That's my job. This is what I do. Okay. My job is to give you the information. Okay. Your job is to do something with it. And if you need my help, let me know so I can step forward and help out with that. Okay. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, can I get those two sweet, beautiful words that I love to hear? Two sweet, beautiful words that I love to hear. And it's not money, please. It's not that. Can I get my hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen? Pretty please, sugar on top. Miss Johnny, can you start me off with my hell yes? Pretty please. Sugar on top. Thank you, Jer Bear. I appreciate. Heck yes. I don't know if you're talking to me, Miss Rebecca, but if you are, I'll take that as well. Thank you much. Miss Renita, there you are. Thank you, kind dear. Thank you, kind dear. Thank you, Miss Yadira. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well, here's the thing, ladies and gents. Hold on one second. Jerry talking to Miss Renita. Who's this out to Yachty? Oh, what that is that is the word of the week, sponsored by the word persistence. This is our word of the week. So if you guys are brand new, we talk about the same word constantly. We'll just give you different synonyms every single day. Today is our word of the week, which is persistence, which means it is the ability to keep going despite obstacles, setbacks, and slow progress, staying committed until the goal is reached. That's what persistence means. I don't know what that. Yes, I love that. So our daily duality of persistence is synonym would be stamina, lasting energy, or strength. Nice. And our antonym, which is one of Rebecca's and I's favorite words, is the opposite of persistence, which would be laziness, unwillingness to put in effort. We know people that are lazy. Now sometimes we can be a little lazy, can't we? Just saying it happens that way. Christopher, are you dancing, buddy? Are you dancing? Are you getting your dance on? Chris has told me on multiple occasions that he loves that song. So there it is. Next, hey, Chris, on our 100th episode, I want you here and dancing, sir. I want you here and dancing. FYI, just throwing it out there. All right, so again, ladies and gents, we are talking today about this is our 6-part mini series of the hero's journey. Today is tests, allies, and enemies, and this is the messy middle. This is the part where the hero's challenged, shaped, and even revealed. So, are you really a hero, or are you the fucking villain? See, most of us, I don't really think ask that question, do we? Are we actually ever the villain? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. All right, so let's get it started. Everyone is not your ally. If you guys remember, we talked about, I think our first word, was it belief or friendship? Was it friend? I think it was friend, wasn't it? Jerry, was friend our first word? Or was it belief? Whichever word it was, we have friend up there. We used friend before, which again is one of my favorites. And wow, buddy. One of the synonyms for friend is ally. Was it? I don't know, let me make sure. Let me make sure that I'm saying that correctly. Okay. 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 Hey. Okay, let me. No, no. No, actually it's not. See, on here it's saying that it is not. Hold on one sec. Let me hold on. Let me hold on. Y'all know me. I don't mind being wrong. Let's look up some synonyms for. See again for a synonym, it does say ally. It does say ally. Chat on the other hand says no. Did we? Yeah, I'm looking at it like yeah, I'm looking right at it. Okay, so no friend is not always a synonym for ally. I'm gonna show you guys my screen. They can overlap, but they're not the same. Okay, so breakdown: a friend is personal emotional bond built on affection, trust, and shared experiences, right? Can be long-standing without having a specific purpose or goal in common, but an ally is purpose-driven, strategic friendship, not always emotional. Someone who supports you in a cause, a goal, or a mission may not be close to you personally, but stands aside. Uh, so not all friends are allies, but not all allies are friends. So okay, I mean maybe that, but I'd still consider it a synonym though. Yeah, it's still a synonym. But if you guys remember at first, and I think that's the reason why I stopped doing it, I did synonym, middle word, and then antonym. That, but I still think that was still in our synonyms. I don't think that was in the middle words though. So I don't know. I should have saved it. I think I did. I don't know if I did or not. It's all good. Well, we'll find it though. Yeah. So anyway, sorry about that. Oops. Oh, yeah. Like I said, y'all, I like to make sure that everything that we talk about, that if I fuck up on something, I'm trying to be the first one to let y'all know. Hey, let me give you guys some different information because I've screwed the pooch on something. But anyway, okay. So everyone is not always your ally. So example is they clapped when you started, but disappeared when you stumbled. Show of hands, how many of us have had people like that in our lives? Or maybe some of y'all have not. I don't know. That they started clapping when you guys got going, and then when you take a couple stumbles, ain't nobody there to see nothing. Ain't nobody there to see nothing. Show of hands, how many of y'all have done that? Christopher says, yep. I'm going to throw my eye in there. I know I've seen that myself personally. Right? I've seen that. How many people? I'm just saying, y'all, look at what we're doing right now. Look at what we're doing right now. Look at what we're doing right now. Man, we would start off with 20, 30 people, somewhere around there. And now we got the same exact people always showing up no matter what. Come on, man. You got a whole bunch of people clapping. Oh, man, Fearless, it's about time, bro. It's about time, bro. Them same people, you don't ever see them. Never. Never. And sometimes, and I'm not saying with us by no means, but sometimes those are the same individuals that I always wonder, how do some people make it and some people don't? Because I keep showing up. Because I'm persistent as fuck. I ain't stopping shit. No, right? So here's our question. Our question is, who supports me when it's easy to cheer for me? How many of us, hold on, let me see. Can you guys see that? Man, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. How many people have really supported us? How many people really supported us when it was easy for them to cheer for us? But then when other shit start cracking off, you don't hear them same people, hey man, keep your head up. Hey man, head up, shoulders back. What are you doing? You know, hey man, you got this. Small thing to a giant, champ. Come on. Well, where you at? Let me help. Let me jump in there with you. Well, where we at? What we got going on? How many of us could have really used a fucking word like that when we were getting our asses handed to us? Just saying. Shit. Just saying. Nah, shit sucks. Shit sucks. I was watching some stuff that Yachty was sending me today. I'm like, damn. Then I start going down this rabbit hole of looking at all this stuff, or whatever. You know, and like I told her, like, shit, man. No matter what happens, yo, we got you. You know, as long as you want my help, as long as you want me in your corner, I am fucking there. No matter what. And I'd say the same for all of you. If I can help, if I can be of service, again, if I can be of service, I'm there. No problem. All right. So the reality is that uh, real allies challenge you, not just compliment you. Right. So it's not just about, oh yeah, good job, blah blah blah. It's, hey, well, what are we doing? you know, like what are you doing? Why are you sulking? Have you finished that yet? Why? Well, what's going on? Okay, well, you say you were gonna do that however long ago. Why are you not doing that? Why is that not done? Okay, all I hear right now is excuses. So, well, what are you talking about? Did you ever reach out to me? Did you ever ask me? That's one of the things I say to people sometimes. You never reached out to me. My phone never rang. Text message was never sent. I don't have you on Do Not Disturb. You're not blocked. What are you talking about? See what I mean? So the action is that you have to audit your circle. Yo, you gotta audit that shit. Just like the IRS will audit your taxes, you gotta audit the people that you keep around you. Cut the noise, cut the bullshit off of people. Keep the truth. Keep the ones, even if you don't like what they're saying to you, but you know that they have your best interests at heart and they want you to succeed. Regardless of what it might look like, they still there. They're the ones who keep challenging you to do better. What are you doing? I'm just saying, we gotta have people like that in our lives. All right, number 2. Every test is a mirror. What do I mean by that? The moment that you thought about quitting revealed a deeper pattern. The moment that you thought about quitting, it revealed a deeper pattern. So the question that we would ask is, like, what does this test say about who I am right now? Right? What does this say about who I am right now? And here's the thing. The worst thing that each and every one of us has gone through, we're still here. So think about that. The worst day of your life, you survived it thus far. Tomorrow something else might happen, but if you live that 24/7, if you live that 24 hours later, you survived the worst day up until that particular time. Right? So if every test is a mirror, it's a mirror based on you. It's a reflection of you. Right? There's a book by Ryan Holiday called "The Obstacle is the Way," and that's what the reality is here. Is that the obstacle isn't blocking your path. Sometimes it is the path. It is the path. So if you're scared to talk to people about your dreams, goals, aspirations, or problems, sometimes that's where your solution is. Your solution is not ducking and dodging it. The solution is going right up to the precipice and asking, hey, I need help. Hey, man, can you help me? Right? So whatever that obstacle is that you're facing, man, I need to go talk to such and such, but I don't want to go talk to them. Right? Because there's going to be some negative news or this and the other. That's why I tell y'all, man, do that shit anyway. Put one foot in front of the other. Take out your phone. Make that phone call. Whoever you need to call, whatever you need to do. But it's on you. So whatever that problem that you guys see is, or whatever those problems are, if you look at it hard enough, that problem is looking you right back in the face, asking you a simple question, which is, what are you going to do? Right? And like I've told you guys before, zoom out. Right? That's another way to reframe shit is that you have to, hold on, you have to look at the situation from a different lens. Right? Here, let me show you guys something. Let me show you. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something right quick. Okay. So you guys can see me here, right? You guys can see me just fine. Hey, what's going on, Jessica? You guys can see me just fine there, right? So here, watch this. Hold on, let me see. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna go in here. All right, all right, so you have one camera right here, right? And check this out. Hold on. And then you have another one up here. See, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, so if you're looking at an issue directly head on, sometimes you may need to look at it from another. See that? See this? You got to look at it from another. You have to look at it sometimes from another standpoint, right? You have to, right? Because again, think about it like this. There's shit. Now you guys can see my bookshelves behind me, right? You can see my television, which again, if you look at it from this screen, you can see my television, right? But you can't really see anything else in here. Whereas if you look at it from this screen, you can see a whole lot more of my home. That's all I'm telling y'all to do. I'm not telling you to switch the situation because sometimes you can't. I'm telling you to look at it from a different purview, right? So now you guys are up there, right? So if I move over like this, here, watch this. Y'all can see, you guys can see that I have a whole bookshelf right here, couches in the back. You guys can basically see everything in here now. And if you guys can see behind me, like right next to the TV, there's another spindle of books there too, right? And then you can see my whole wall of books with the with the um with the lights and stuff, with the lights or whatever. That Jessica helped me put the lights and stuff up. Naomi actually helped me build that whole entire thing though, but Jessica helped me put all the lights on and all that stuff. But that's literally all I'm saying though, y'all. Yeah, I'm not telling you to look at uh, that your life has to look a particular way and this has to do this or that or the other. No, I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just telling you that this is all it is, right? Like, switch how you see things. That's it. Change your vision to alter your perception. Okay? I'm gonna take this one off. All right. Okay. Are you guys understanding where I'm going with that? That every test is literally a mirror, and the action of this is literally just kind of looking at it from a different perspective. Zoom out. Zoom out. This shit's not always a bad thing. One of the things that I try to teach people is that here's the thing: your life it has to change. Like no matter what, your life's going to change. Like period, it's going to change. It has to. There's no choice. So either you change it, or it's going to be changed for you. That's it. Like here's the thing, like change is inevitable. It's gonna happen whether you want it to or not. Nothing stays the same. Everything changes at one point or the other. Everything. Progress, on the other hand, that is not inevitable. Progress requires change, but it doesn't necessarily mean that every progress is going to mean that. Um, how do I always say that? Change is inevitable, but progress is not. Period. Right. But so in order for things to change, you need, excuse me, in order for things to progress, you need change. But change does not always mean progression. See what I mean? Change does not always mean progress. That's what I'll say. There it is. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next one. Are you guys understanding this stuff? Yeah, Miss Anya said yes. Christopher said yes. Of course you guys do. Thank you guys. Miss Yachty, are you getting this, Miss Bernita? Jer Bear? Rebecca? I'm just asking, like, I mean, are you guys like understanding this stuff, whatever? Because again, like I said before, man, the coaching aspect of this stuff works when questions are being thrown and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? But I mean, I also try to explain it in such a way that we're also kind of good with some of that too. So I'll still ask my questions or whatever and stuff, but I do like to make sure. Oh my God, no, 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 to you, to you, to you. But I still want to make sure that you guys are still getting the information. Okay. All right. So slide 3 is new levels, new triggers. Oh, no, not a problem, sir. The question is that are you guys understanding what I'm kind of talking about? Like every test is a mirror. Understanding that when 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 we're stepping outside, because everything right now is after we've crossed that threshold. This is what you're going to be falling into. These are the tests. This is the bullshit. These are the situations, the circumstances that you will find yourself into. Right? This is the second act of your life, if you think about it. I mean, shit, I was just looking at Yachty was sending me some stuff today, and I kind of, like I said, went through this whole thing of looking at what was going on 72nd and Dodge today in Omaha and a bunch of just all around in general, where everybody is uh, peacefully protesting what's happening to our Hispanic communities, right? And I thought, like, man, that's really deep and stuff. And again, Yachty being a part of that affected community, that's going to affect her a lot more, I think, than it would a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because she's directly in there, with that or whatever. So, and I'm sitting there looking at this like, man, I wish I could do more, but what I can do is I can support my friend. That's what I can do. Like I could support Yachty as much as I possibly can, or as much as she will allow us to do so. Right? Because I can't force myself into that either. If that makes any sense, I can support my friend. It's as long as she'll have me to do it. Okay. All right. So new levels, new triggers, or whatever. So our example is you hit a new milestone and felt more insecure than ever. You hit a new milestone and you feel absolutely insecure. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. So, what's our question? What old wound is showing up in this new space? Again, you guys got to remember, once you cross that threshold, right? Here, let me go back to it. Which one is this one? 20? Okay, let's see if I can go back. If you guys look at number 5, right? If you look at number 5, it says what? Crossing the threshold, which is what? An inner conflict. That is an inner conflict that you're crossing. Okay? This is the shit that you're crossing. Right? So right now, with number 6 is those tests, allies, and enemies. You know what I'm saying? These are the outside forces that kind of help you along your journey. So that's kind of what we're talking about today. Those outside forces that either help or prevent you from moving forward. Okay? Now, I'm just saying and it happens. Okay? So when you hit that new milestone, of course, it's going to be something new because you've never gone through it before. And part of that old you is still lingering. Like you don't just shed that skin as you cross that threshold. Remember, that's an inner conflict that you crossed over. Now we're talking about what happens when you're on the battlefield now with everybody else. One of the greatest things I love that Buddha said is he said, here's the thing. These principles, these truths, all this stuff, it works when you're in a monastery, when you're by yourself. He said, if you really want to know whether or not this stuff works, take our stuff and go live out with everybody else. That's when you're going to realize whether this stuff works or not. So we can hone it here, like we're doing right now. We're honing these skills here because in real life, now you get to see whether or not this shit's going to work or not. Or now you got to put those theories into action. See what I mean? I mean, yeah, we can fight with wooden sticks all day, but as soon as somebody pull that blade out, all that other shit gonna go out the window. And you gonna have to sit there and really kind of go into it, whatever that might mean for you, right? You guys understand me? Say yes. Say matter of fact, say hell yes. Say hell yeah, I get that. Hell yeah. Let me get a hell yeah. Where's my where's my hell yeah at, Chris? Miss Anya. Miss Yachty. Jessica. The whole clique, the whole gang. Thank you, Christopher. And Chris even gave me some clap. That's not a. He gave me a round of applause. That sounded so weird. Sorry, y'all. Thank you, Christopher, for your round of applause. Oh man, that sounds weird. I can already see. Shut up, Jessica. I can hear you laughing over here. I can see your face cringing. Yeah, you ain't shit. Respectfully speaking. As soon as I said that, I'm like, oh, dude. I shouldn't have said that. I can already see your face. But anyway. So Yachty's cracking up over there. Yeah, because you know, dude, you know how she is with me. Like she's about to go in on me. As soon as this is over, I'm like, bro, what was that? Huh? She always says I say some sus. She always accuses me of sus type of activity now. I can only imagine what she'd say to that one. Hopefully she wasn't listening. So we're just gonna keep moving. Thank you, Miss Anya. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, thank you, Jerry. So the reality is that growth does not it doesn't ease triggers, it exposes them. Right? It doesn't ease them up for you. It simply exposes them for what they are. Right? That's and I'm not saying that it's always going to be a good thing, y'all. I promise you, it's not always going to be. It's gonna fucking suck, and most of the time, it's gonna catch you off guard. Right? It's going to catch you off guard, and again, it's gonna catch you off guard because number one, you've never been there before. This is a whole different terrain than you're used to. You used to sitting back making excuses, holding on to old past situations. Yes, Jerry. Yes, and I'm happy that Jessica is not here because otherwise, that's exactly where her mind would have went, and then she would have said some shit. So we're just going to act like nothing happened. We're gonna keep moving. Nothing to see here. Okay. So, like I said, like those growth does not erase triggers, it exposes them, which is not bad. That's not a bad thing. Here's the thing. If you guys remember, we talked about some time ago, we said, you better know you before somebody else figures you out. How many people are in the grave right now? How many people are in prison right now? Because somebody figured them out before they figured themselves out. They didn't know or understand that somebody could say something to them that would piss them off so much that they would take another person's life, or that they would do something or say something that would change the trajectory of their whole entire life. I'm just saying, a lot of people don't know that, and they didn't know it at the time, right? They didn't know it at the time. I intentionally go through and watch things that inherently I fucking totally disagree with. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, uh, ethically, morally. I totally disagree with that shit. But I sit and I watch and I listen. I sit, I watch, and I listen. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? Yeah, you might be wondering, why do I do that? Yeah, I can show you. That's why I do that. This is why I do that. Caden, y'all, John, Leon. Number 3, what does that say? Right? Stay solid in principle and character. What's my constitution say? Be the best father I can be. So that means I'm gonna have to toughen up my skin before I help my son to do the same thing. What's the second thing say? Stay calm. Number 1, stay calm. And in that, stay solid in your character. Right? Number 3 is what? Lead by example, even if you're alone. So that means I'm gonna listen to some shit that I ordinarily wouldn't want to hear. That I inherently, I mentally, physically, emotionally, fucking totally disagree with. But I sit and I listen to it because you need to hear shit that's going to uphinge you. Because you either practice for it now and get prepared for the time that you need to hear it, or You out on the street somewhere and somebody says some reprehensible shit to you, and next thing you know, you doing 15 years minimum for some shit you could have walked away from if you practiced that shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. We really have to understand why we're when we get into these new situations, it's gonna come with a whole different new ball game, new set of rules. I'm not telling you not to turn up on people. I'm telling you, you need to stay fucking calm first. You need to assess this. You need to assess the situation before you turn the fuck up. Remember when I taught you guys that exit, voice, loyalty, neglect. The other one's what? Consequence. Right? You can also forward slash that with choice because you always have a choice of one of them. But the other one is think before you act. So you better think that shit out before you, well, whatever you choose to do, think that shit out. Because whatever you do is going to come with a set of consequences. You need to know that off top. When I told my son to slap the shit out that boy at his school, I understood what the consequences were. And I told my son before he put hands on that young man what the consequences of this is going to be. You see what I'm saying? Just putting it out there, right? We need to understand what these things are. So, action is treat your triggers like teachers, not enemies. Learn that shit, man. Learn that shit. Learn that. Learn it. Remember, like I told you guys before, when my father died and my stepmom passed, they didn't leave anything for John to fucking bury anybody. For us to do anything. Nothing. They left all that shit for basically for him to deal with. That hurt him more than anything. Cool, I understand that, brother. So this is a new level. These are new triggers, right? Cool. This isn't. This is not an enemy. This is a lesson. So what the fuck do you learn from this? What did he do? He went and got life insurance himself the next fucking day. Yes. That's how we learn. That's how we evolve from shit. Just saying. You guys agree? Do you guys understand? Do you guys agree? Yay, nay? All right, number 4. We actually got one more and then we're done. So trust will be tested. Yee. Boy, don't I know this one. You shared your dream and it was laughed at or ignored. You shared your dream and it was laughed at and ignored. And I will also say something else on this one too that I did not write in that I should have. Trust will not only be tested, but I'm also going to put another one in there too. Oops. Jesus. Good God, my shit is horrible. Sorry, good gosh. Man, I'm telling you, I can't spell for shit sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. But I will say trust and loyalty. And loyalty will be tested. You shared your dream. and it was laughed at, ignored, right? Trust and loyalty. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. This right here, these two things, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And when I think about this, the lack of loyalty with certain people, that shit breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. And Yachty, this is kind of what we were talking about yesterday. This is kind of what we were talking about yesterday. And I think you know a little bit of what I'm talking about, right? Well, that shit is heartbreaking. Where you know what you would do for other people, and it breaks your fucking heart to know that they will not do the same for you. They will not do the same for you. And it ain't about the money. It ain't about the even a fucking friendship. You y'all can go y'all different ways. But when loyalty is broken, trust 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10 goes out the window right along with it. That shit hurts more than anything else. Oh my God. Oh. Have we ever done, I think the next one we're gonna do is that one. Oh my God. After we finish this up. Oh my gosh. I know what we're doing next. I'm writing it down right quick because that's oh my gosh. Oof. Actually, I thought about doing this one before and I never did it. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do that one. Matter of fact, what? I think ah nope. Stay the course, stay the course. On season 10, episode 1. That's what we're doing first. Oh my God. Ah, it's gonna be so good. Right? But I'm just saying, like, this shit right here is they backstab you and sometimes don't even know because okay, let me read that again. Okay, so they backstab you and sometimes you don't even know because they don't have the courage to say it to your face. No, no, no. And here's the thing. I can stay loyal to a person who calls me on my shit. I can still trust you for calling me out on my stuff. But I can trust that because I hold myself accountable for shit. Even if and when I don't want to, I still do. It might take me a goddamn minute or so, but I'll hold myself accountable for it. If I fuck up, I'll apologize sight unseen until I see it. And then I'm gonna either double down or I'm gonna challenge that shit. Right? But to intentionally be disloyal to a motherfucker who would never do that to you, I'm, I'm telling y'all now, if God allows me to breathe for the next 5 days, that I want you guys to remember this particular thing that I'm telling you. I'm telling you that the next thing that we're gonna fucking talk about going into season 10, episode 90. We're starting it off with this motherfucker. I'm just saying. I be there. I'm just saying. All right. So question is am I shrinking my vision to protect it or to protect my ego? Am I shrinking my vision to protect it or my ego? And we're talking about sometimes like our the dreams that we have for certain stuff, the aspirations that we have for certain stuff. One of the things that Dame Dad said is, dude, when I'm in my dreaming phase, don't fucking shit on that. I'm telling you. Hey, and make sure Ben's there. Make sure he's. I'm telling you. Make sure he's there. Make sure. Make sure. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Ain't nobody ducking or dodging shit. Like no. Like make sure he's there because he's really gonna understand what I'm talking about in that. And I'm talking about that thing we were talking about before with you and your partner. Like I'm telling you, the next thing that we talk about, season 10, be there, especially for you, Ben. I promise you, you're gonna get it. I promise you. And to me, it'll be almost the best one we've done. And I haven't even done it yet. But the subject matter, you are going to know that shit better than anybody. I'm just saying, ooh, wait, good shit. I listen, like I told you, I love learning. I love when I can better myself. I love when I can better myself. That's all I'm saying. I love it. I ain't running from none of that. So here's the reality. Doubt from others is a reflection of their limitations, not yours. So I want to say that again. Doubt from other people is a reflection of their. Matter of fact, let me like share here. I want to make this motherfucker bigger too. Okay, I want to make that as big as I goddamn can. Okay, this one right there. I really want you guys to see that. Doubt from others is a reflection of their limitations, not yours. So that doubt of whatever your dreams, goals, or aspirations are, that trust and loyalty that comes with that, when they fuck you on that, which some people will, that is a reflection of who they are. It's already who you are, homie. I'm not doing that to you. I can see it. You ain't gotta tell me the type of person that you are. I'm gonna see it. And here's the thing. One of the things that I learned, oh my God, what book was that? What book was that? What book was that? Oh my God, I forgot the goddamn name of that book. Actually, yeah, no, I did not. It's called The Red Pill. The Red Pill. It's by, matter of fact, let me show it to you. It's by this Russian dude. Hold on one sec. Hold on. Okay, here it is. I want to show you guys. So it's by this guy. Right here, let me make sure you guys can see. Okay, oops. Can I move? Nope, I cannot. Give me a sec. Okay, so this book right here is by Andrei uh, Karpatov. Um, and Anya's mom told me about this book like over a year or so ago, right? Like real talk, like over a year or so ago. I read it and I bought like, and here's the thing, I want to show you guys the price of it. It's $34 just for the book. I bought a bunch of these. I think I bought like 4 or 5 of them. And I just started handing them out to different people because the book was so good. It was so good. And the thing that they were talking about is that they said you really understand who people are, not based on what they do, but the people that are around them. It's not how you treated me. It's how I see how you treat the people that you keep around you. That you keep around you. How do other people see you? How do other people view you? I know how people view me. I've been around enough people and be like, oh damn, here come fearless again, big head, weird motherfucker, right? But I've also been around people like, dude, this dude, we about to be laughing because he about to say some crazy ass shit, right? Depending on who I'm talking to, it's gonna be a different type of person that you get, right? Dude, hey, I'm telling you, it's really good. Matter of fact, Yachty, the book is so good that there's only one. Here, let me show you this. Let me show you. Let me go back. This book is it's the red pill. Hold on, can you guys see my tab? It's basically the red pill that, like in the Matrix, it says you want to take the red or blue pill or whatever. It's the red one where you have to look life in the fucking face for what it is. And here's the crazy thing: he has there's a whole series of these books. This is the only one that is in English. The rest of his books are in like all these other. Hold on, I didn't get it. No, I went back. There it goes. There it goes. It's so good. Guys, take a picture of this if you can. I'm just saying, like, it's $34, and I'm telling you right now, it's gonna take some time for that book to come in. That's crazy. It says on here that it'll be here like on Monday. Yeah, no problem, Yachty. When I bought this book, I promise y'all, it took. I bought 4 or 5 copies. First one I bought for myself. Here, let me see if I can view how many times I've bought it. Okay, so the last time I bought it was in November, and I bought 2 copies. Before that, I'd actually bought a couple more. Before that, I'd actually bought a couple other copies. So I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, dude. Like that book was so good, but he was the one who said that you have to look at how people don't treat you, but treat the other people around them. And it's a very no nonsense book. And matter of fact, Anya's mom, because um, uh, I don't know if she knows the guy or had access to the people or whatever, but Anya's mom contacted this guy's company and asked them if she could just translate the book into English, but they said no. So this book is written in they have the other series are written in all these other things, um, other languages except for English. Except for English, everybody else got it except us. I don't know if we just aren't ready for that information. I'm like, God, the shit that I read in that book was crazy, crazy good, crazy good. So like, yeah, that book was amazing. Get that, get it. Okay. All right. So what is our action? Our action is keep building. Let results do the talking. So regardless of what other people do, you have to keep moving. Regardless if other people trust us or are loyal to us, we have to stay loyal. Not necessarily to that motherfucker or to them, but we have to first stay loyal to us and what works for us. Period. Period. And sometimes, whether we know it or not, there are some relationships that will run their course. If you stay, then that's on you. But there's some relationships that run their course. And that's what happens. Not always fun or fair, but it is what it is. All right, so last but not least, the hero gets humbled here. Okay, what are we talking about? Tests, allies, and enemies. Enemigos. Example, you thought you were ready until you hit your real first failure. Or, hold on, let me. or air. I'll say or air. Or error. You thought you were ready until you hit your first real error, right? So, question: am I attached to being impressive or being real? Am I attached to being impressive or being real? What we're talking about here is sometimes we kind of blow the shit off like, no, I got this. No, it's not that big of a deal. No, it is a big deal. No, it is a big deal. I tell you guys on a consistent basis, yes. I tell you guys on a consistent basis, like, dude, I don't mind being called out. If I do shit, I don't. If I'm wrong on something, or somebody has a, if, Rebecca's like, hey, why don't we ever include animals in that? That's a good one. And I mean, now that shifts how I look at a lot of different things because we learn a lot by fucking animals. But yet instead, we don't use them as a noun. Well, like she said, when we say person, place, or thing, but we never say anything about animals. They are their own species in general. All right. And here's the thing: even your thoughts, even your thoughts can be considered nouns. We know them to be things. So person, place, thing, person, place, thing. Well, I guess that could be considered a thing, an animal. So yeah, there we go. Right. But I don't mind being humbled. I love it because it makes me grow. And that's one of my values. I love to learn. I don't give a fuck who I get the lesson from as long as I got it. Right? All right. So reality is again, the journey strips the ego to build character. That why you think my ego? Why y'all think I don't have an ego? Not at this. No, because it's consistently growing. I'm trying to consistently change and progress. So my ego is not the. I don't have that. I don't sit back with my pride won't let me. There's certain things that my pride will not let me do. But that's more for fucking boundaries too. You know what I'm saying? I think we can only allow people to fuck with us so much before you're just like, you know what? I'm cool, bro. I'm good. No thanks. Kind of like Rebecca said, like there's just some people I don't, you know what? I don't want to discuss anything else with you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. If you come and ask me, I'll be more than happy to tell you. But there's some people, fuck them. Just walk away. Just, just walk away. And for that, Rebecca, I appreciate that. Thank you much. You know, thank you on that. Right. So action is embrace the lesson. This is where depth is earned. Again, isn't that what we tell people every time they come to our show, every time they come to our channel? Ain't that what we say? We go deep around here. Nothing over here is superficial. Most of the conversations we have are deep as fuck. This is not for people who like to play. This is for people who are about that real growth. However it may come in, however it looks. I mean, I don't know. That's how I see it. You know, the journey itself has to strip your ego to build that character. You got to let it happen. Like a snake moving out of it's shedding its skin. It doesn't shed its skin once; it keeps shedding it. It's a natural growth part of life, right? I mean, sometimes you outgrow your clothes, and sometimes the clothes outgrow you. That happens. Sometimes if they get too dingy or dirty, what do? Replace them. Figure it out, right? That's how growth happens. whether we want it to or not. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude. Oh, hold on. We'll have one more. Our fun fact: the enemy isn't always a villain. It's often your comfort zone, which again we talked about before. The enemy is not always a villain. It's often your comfort zone. Is where you feel most comfortable of where you want to be. Sometimes the biggest battles isn't with the person or with a person. It's with the voice in your head saying that you've done enough. I'm good. I should be okay. No, you're not. No, you're not. No. I mean, sometimes you are. Maybe sometimes you have done enough. But if the objective is this out here and you haven't reached that objective for the most part, then no, sir, you have not done enough. You know, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm thinking about, again, some of the, things I saw today, pertaining to, how we're treating other people, how we're treating other human beings in general. And it's kind of like, man, like this is crazy because this is a lot of these people's lives are going to forever be changed. Forever. For even if this situation itself comes to a halt, which everything does, everything goes up, down, left, right, in, out, it happens. The question that I ask, honestly, is who are these people going to be once all the dust is settled? I mean, well, who, and what are they going to become once it's all said and done? Because being viciously, ravishly thrown out of a country that's been your home forever, right? Well, what do you do with that? I mean, there's a situation, there's a circumstance that for the most part ain't got shit to do with you. But there you are, accountable and responsible for your life. And that does have everything to do with you. But you're not the one who set that rule. You're not the one enforcing it. And yet, you're the one who has to live with it. You see what I'm saying? I think about World War II, right? I think about Rwanda when it was sanctioned, government sanctioned killings between the Hutus and the Tutsis. Government sanctioned killings. They wiped out over 800,000 people in a matter of a few months. That's how much hatred we have in our hearts for different shit and for different people. And then we wonder why our government never tells us anything about aliens or anything about the ancient civilizations that came before us that they know about shit that will blow our fucking minds. And yet, this is what they do. Whether people understand it or not, there's laws being passed right now. Right now. I don't personally think that this has anything to do with our Hispanic community. I do not believe so whatsoever. I think that they're doing this, causing all this commotion over here, while they're doing this other little stuff over here when you're not paying attention. So if I'm doing all this over here, I can be doing all this other stuff over here, and you're not even paying attention to what I'm doing because right now you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your livelihood while these individuals are actually doing other shit. And nobody's thinking about it. Nobody's looking over there because all the eyes are over here. Why you think they got all them phones out there, cameras out there, but nobody's over at Congress? No, no, nobody's paying attention to what these motherfuckers are voting for in the House. They're making sure that the cameras are outside so you can't see what's going on. I help people reframe shit for a fucking living. That would be some shit I would do. I help people shape their fucking perspective. You don't think that this is not part of that? We need to cause a big ass commotion over here so I can start doing some shit over here. That's a fucking fact. Fact. Once you create yourself an enemy, who's the enemy? Well, today it's the illegals. Tomorrow it'll be Russia. Another day it'll be China. You see what I'm saying? It's always something. It's always something. But in the midst of that something, how the fuck are there always laws being passed? You ever notice that when they produce a bill, when they give you a bill for something, like, yeah, we like this put in law. Why is it that that one bill has all kinds of shit in it? You ever notice that? How that one bill for Medicaid has 15 other fucking little bills in it. Distraction, just like Yachty just said. That's what it is. It's distraction. It's already in the law. We passed this law. When? Well, it was in the Medicare Act. Why the fuck would vehicles be in the Medicare Act? It was in there when we signed it. It was in there. You should have just looked at it. You should have got with your congressional representative and tell them if you didn't want that. They signed off on it on your behalf. Just saying. Just saying. Like I said, Yachty, these motherfuckers ain't stopping nothing. Progress is still progress. Yeah, it's still progress. Right. So yeah, that's how I look at it. Either way, ladies and gents, tonight has been a amazing night. Thank you guys so much. Let me show you what the hello guys. Remember, like I said, switch your stuff up, change your stuff every so often. Change your stuff every so often. You know, change your stuff every so often, man. Change your view. That's all we're doing. Yeah. So anyway, man, thank you guys so much. It's about that time. Tomorrow, what are we talking about? Tomorrow is going to be the 7th installment of this. Hold on, what are we talking about tomorrow? Oh, I love this. This is the abyss, the death, and the rebirth. Oh, this is when a part of you has to die off. I love that shit. I remember that. I remember the day that that part of me had to go. That was a good time. Good time. All right. So either way, man, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing night. Thank you guys for showing up. Sleep well. Dream big.